remember what I lowered it
as they
to.
look forward to those
Okay,
playoffs. And for
double
Cloud9,
frenzy, double frenzy. C9 on defense, Sentinels on attack.
Sentinels, they've beaten every single
Please buy a hard
North
drive,
American
yeah.
team that's
Dude, I
currently
have,
in the
honestly, I
American
have one like
split.
next to me. I just need to plug it in. Just,
The last
yeah,
team that have got to take
just
off their
haven't got
list.
around to it.
First map here of Lotus. We get started on the pistol round as a slow beginning.
Very slow, isn't it?
That's my streamer. Yeah, man. The thing is, it's kind of fast to download the game. It's not too
I
bad.
saw Leaf getting a little antsy, looking like he wanted to push. The Trailblazer goes out. Is he going to try
Did
and
win,
open
though.
this door?
Did win, yeah. So
That's the play
that's,
here. Leaf has
that's
to be
great.
worried about playing too far forwards because that rotating door could open at any point. Sentinels have bound control.
They do back away.
This is nice at the moment, though. If they wanted to pivot back here, they can. Still, turrets in.
Lined it up. That was from Def, yeah. So
Okay,
not
pivot
able to
over
see that,
towards
but a
B.
quick
We've got an Omen flash if we
maneuver
want
over
it.
now towards the B side. You can see the smokes drop down, laid down. As that
Omen
late
flash. Do you want to swing with it? No.
As well later on, fight to be taken. No one really clearing, but okay. But second managing it.
Marv's got a really important kill over towards A.
Celsius pushing forwards. Past the
Nicely
smoke,
done.
Second
Second.
watches it.
3 of them.
Watchful eye on all the
This was pretty good. They actually, the C hit and the C pressure they did fully made 2 rotate, and they had 3 at C at one point. And then Omen was kind of here, could only really get 1. Sentinels did pretty good to actually pull the rotate away. And obviously, I felt like this was the most important kill just because
there's just so many
it just kind of is
in terms of the
anything in terms of the luck kills and just making sure. I swear, all of B is about this.
And as we go into map 2 on Fracture, that's probably
All of B is about Secret or Hobbit or whatever teams are calling it.
How does Zekken on entry stack up against whoever Cloud9 are putting forwards there?
Okay, in terms of how they're buying, we got 3. Ooh, this is nice. Okay, we got 3 rifles and then we got 2 pistols. So these are going to be rifles in the bonus. So they're allowed 2 deaths into this.
And so I think for the newer players from Cloud9 or the players with less experience, it's just about
dodge his
matching
flash as
up
well.
against
Oi.
and trying to neutralize them.
Like, I'm telling you, he just.
Yeah, gotta wake up a
I
little
don't know
bit
how he
early,
does
I
it.
think, to catch Marv unaware.
Especially
I don't
when
know
he's
how
got
he
the
does
Vandal
it.
round 2.
Confidence. Free side over towards T. It's going to be that plan easily enough. Those head-to-head matchups.
He might be one of the most aware players.
So much important. What we're going to be keeping an eye on in this series, especially with the roles chopping and changing.
Because also, Bren, you heard from Zelsis there right before the game began. Oh, there we go.
And the crowd are in for it today.
Shouldn't make too much difference, though. But a Vandal in the hands of Jake is certainly something that Sentinels will want to take back.
Jack, he was aware that he could get pushed from A.
Take the duel instead
Leave him
of
alone.
the Vandal there. Not the percentage play, but listen, I can appreciate it.
A lot of damage being done though onto that round. You know, 3 players surviving.
Yeah, the crowd's really loud today.
But yeah.
I don't know if they put the mic like inside them all, but like it's loud. Right.
For Sentinels, they need
Yeah,
somebody to
full
kill
guns
3 or
into
4
this.
players in a round just to win the
I mean,
round.
it's basically.
And Telsa said, I don't think that that's reliable. And
It's basically
that,
a
to
full
me, is
buy.
the big story of this match. Cloud9 have been able to get with this roster way earlier. They look disciplined. Their map pool looks fantastic.
Okay.
Sentinels are still kind of pugging it,
Oh,
improvising.
must have missed that one.
Like that, exactly.
It's alright, no one's slow.
For the finger, stuns. Let loose and let rip. Marv being pushed off that angle as well. Can't opt into playing it.
He's mollying on top of there so they don't TP there.
Off the utility just to see if he can, you know.
I mean, I guess
feign
so.
that they're disrespecting it and taking out Rune's control.
It is actually a cool snake bite, the one that Marv threw. It denies Jake from TPing up there, or if he did, he would take a lot of damage from it. It's like a molly that lands on top of rubble.
Smoke over towards B.
Slow beginnings.
Yeah.
Haven't found this alarm bot.
And round 3 here. Trailblazers
Dog
match.
for dog.
And the one from Zeppa, just the idea being to deny Sentinels that space they're trying to take off the dog and keep Jake in position.
Oh my. Omen
Okay,
flash
that
and
early
Sky
position
flash
that was
out.
taken, it had to be util.
They set
Using
Marv
exchange,
over
you
to
see
do
the
his thing
parallel
on
was sent
towards
flying.
A.
There's a lot of danger behind this round of
Yeah,
Sentinels.
he's not
despite them
feeling
being
it.
on the
Flash
bonus
goes
round,
in.
'cause they managed
Flash
their
only
economy well
close
enough
though,
that
so
they've
this
got
is still a
those
question mark.
bullets
They
and
haven't fully
rifles.
cleared this. The C9 can't feel too comfortable with this
So
rotate.
the pressure starts to mount.
Alarm bot
on
goes in,
Cloud9,
that's definitely going to
particularly
cause a rotate.
holding
30
his ground
seconds
now with
left.
30 seconds
This is a nice
remaining.
one way.
stun here
And
is
again,
so
I really
good.
like the neon over
Downey
towards
just
C.
takes
That
up the
stun that we
straight
just saw
fight.
there is the one.
Boombot heading towards him, gives him the timing. That he knew to take.
20
Right away,
seconds.
20 seconds. What
Pivot
is the
into
goal?
B.
Where do you
Rooney
want
has
to
one more
land?
molly.
Opening up the door, looks like
Might have to swing for it, though.
potentially into
No,
the
okay,
B
back.
side, but a little bit up still, holding the angle, pixel perfect. That's what it
10
is for
seconds
Marv.
left.
Taking out one of the players, flash to the side, going to be dodged and still holding that high ground position. Slide off angle, the jiggle of the movement from Jake. He aims to take the fight, but doesn't get rewarded. Still being taken. And it's all being watched for. Zeppa, the phantom spam, but two players
Nicely
watching.
handled,
He won't
okay.
get much further than that.
Kind of a bonus. We'll call it a bonus, even though they had full rifles. But yeah, it was a massive round for them.
Really,
Kept a lot of
solid
people
round,
alive as well.
Considering there was only 20 seconds left on the clock and they'd been denied C, and Lee found the first kill, to be able to pivot into the B side, and Marv knowing the exact angle that Rooney was trying to hold, just that slim little crack that feels like an off angle, but actually is the spot that you're most predictable to be stood at if you're in heaven trying to just get info safely. I mean, the read there from Marv is gorgeous to open that up.
Yeah,
grabs
and
another by
this is
double
another
facing
chance
with
with all
death.
these guns to
It
just
looked so calm.
stock up econ. And as we
Considering
can
the
see, right,
time.
we're going to get another big
Normally-
buy rounds next
We're
round.
entering a scenario
Whoa.
where Cloud9 are on the weaker guns,
Okay.
they're on the weaker buy.
That's a big
And
kill,
any other
and they
team
dog can clear
might
this.
start to
Oh,
talk about
Marv
the
might have
storylines,
overstepped
the
here.
wider points, but with Cloud9,
Oh, they might have messed up here.
They are so damn
Or they're going one by
successful
one.
for these thrifty rounds.
It's just ridiculous.
An unbelievable level of consistency.
Oh, and they put all into this. Oh
There's
no,
two
this might
opening picks they've
backfire.
already got.
Jake is so fast behind as well. Oh boy, someone needs to clean this up a little bit.
What risks do you take? Pushing forwards here, Zekken doesn't want to try and take the timing. A ton of
that's
damage in the process,
kinda
but
huge.
he did find his placement there towards Waterfall. Deep in a tucked in position, stuns rattle across. Sassy,
Jesus.
paranoia, he's
Last
blinded
player
up.
standing.
Nanoswarm at his feet as well. Nowhere to run, nowhere to
Wow.
hide. Cloud9 just like that. You can't count them out.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
They went
Upgrade,
another
upgrade.
50.
4 of them.
It's just bonkers.
3,000 on top of
Yes,
this.
we're talking about it earlier, but
Who's
they
getting
have twice the
Zeppa
thrifty
for his
win
ult
rate
as well.
of every other team. The average is about
Yeah.
15%. They're
Solo play,
32%.
a little bit punished.
If you think
A little
about
bit
it,
punished
right,
for those two.
when you have
Also, the double
rifles in a
controller
round, you're
with
supposed
the
to
fast
win
2
about
to go
half the
down,
time.
that's a bit of a nightmare.
So, you know, gun round win rate is supposed to be about 50%.
Just a straight
Their
up swing of the
thrifty win
orb.
rate is 32%.
remaining.
It barely makes a difference.
Almost approaching that level, but yeah, something about this team. Fearless when it comes to taking the fights. Even when they're on the eco.
But also, that's part of it, right? They have that level of aggression to their play. That
Right,
normally
well,
they don't.
that round that they were
normally
going
play with a
to
lot of
stack up
discipline,
some
and on
money,
the ecos, they take
complete
risks,
opposite
but the
effect. Now
risks that they
they're
play
now they're
together,
really low.
They have a calculated piece of aggression where they swarm a player.
Yeah, always calculated, converging on one player or two.
And now we're back onto the gun round. Cloud9 are going to fight over C, over Mount. This is the area that Sentinels have been prioritizing.
Pancada
to
has
start
ult
the
now.
rounds, but they default heavily
Pancada has
towards
ult.
B right
They
now.
a C
It's still
walking
slow,
turret.
but
I
everybody
wonder if
on
they're gonna
Sentinels is grouped up,
sky
ready
ult
to hit
soon.
the B site and pop down this Viper's pit.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the sole goal, isn't it? Marv.
We've got a kill set up over to where we normally plant. So looking like they were expecting this.
There's going to be no chance in hell that Cloud9 are able to break this one. You can see Zeppa. He's holding an aggressive angle, but we'll have to respect this one eventually because there we go, finally coming through. Nade as well. So Flash is going to be one of the nanoswarms.
That was nice though. I know it didn't give them the kill, but the extra flash in just as they were going to push into the site with the kill setup, it was kind of cool. I still think that Sentinels should be fine on this. Wait, no one shot any of the Seekers? All 3 hit? All 3 of the Seekers hit and got a kill. What? Was it an Omen flash or did they all hit?
Even though they were pushed away by the lockdown, they throw out the neon stun.
No,
early,
I think it was
and
Seekers.
they've got the
I'm
nanoswarms
pretty
to
sure.
deny the plan.
I didn't see an Omen
All of that
assist.
results in Sentinels still
That
being
hit,
not
that
properly
hit.
set up
Yeah, all 3 of
by
them.
the time the retake comes back
Enemy
through.
remaining.
And at
Well,
that
yeah.
point, it's Leaf diving forward.
Damn.
Paranoia in, Flash is coming from the sky. But all of it only able to work because Cloud9 delayed Sentinels from getting in off the lockdown to start with. Very smart
No
play.
cabbage shooters. Damn, that was
Well
a nice ult.
executed.
2 of them were Omen blinded first. They got Omen blinded and then got hit by that. Damn, that's
Scenario for
disgusting.
Sentinels. I mean, Sassy's working with the
Okay, nice
Spectre,
round
but
though.
everybody
Right,
grouped
that's
up
2 in a
now.
row. Money's starting to get
Attempt to
really good
reach,
here.
they're gonna be meeting them
2
hand
9
to
lost
hand,
bonus
aren't they,
after
with
this,
the
so they will have
bodies?
the
Holding
eco,
in their
but
hands, dogs
it's going to be
spotting
alright.
1 or 2.
Obviously,
Backing away.
You look
probably
at what
wouldn't
Def is
want to
doing,
give
he's
away
holding
that
his
many
Paranoia
rounds on
ready to
attack.
fight this.
And he's going to be sending this one flying, I think, as soon as the dog well broken up.
Damn, they hit so many people here. They really wanted to force this, but they had literally 3 people shooting at the same time. Flash just went in and hit no one in this area.
It's been 40 seconds bought just from that alone.
And here, oh, I thought Leaf was going to come
Molly?
over to me and read the play
Okay,
properly.
Molly goes down,
He's not here, but all the
breaks.
killjoy utility is.
Doesn't
Everywhere
break.
they go, they're facing stuns or nanoswarms.
If the end goal is beat, they'll have a hard time of it with all of the killjoy utility, like you're saying.
Yeah, the
Josh,
whole of the
laid
killjoy
down, but it
util
looks like the
stays
rest of
up.
the Sentinels grouping up. Orb's gonna fall
Leaf
now.
gets into pause,
The
30
timing the
seconds on this,
Sentinels
has a
could take, and
stun.
they're making a lot of noise in the process. Leaf at the back of the side, he's blinded, near-sided. Everybody vulnerable, but he just cannot quite land the shots. No kills to be claimed. Yet Zelsis, he does respond. Back
And they
up,
managed to
him
get
and
2
Rooney
here.
in
It's a
the
nice
crossfire
molly as well,
setup.
20
It's
seconds.
perfect.
Not ready yet.
The push
They got an
and
Omen
pull
flash for
of
this
the 3
retake.
players left standing. Smoke has to go up now, and the plan also
Yeah.
needs to be
Got any heavy punt?
situated.
No,
11
no heavy
seconds remaining.
pin
It's
for
an
that.
opportunity for Cloud9 to take a fight, and they do
It's a
just
nice
that.
flash.
They knew the plan was going down, and it was going to be isolated.
Okay, Death Floor, Zek gonna have to make a
to some
hero
of these
play.
fights. And how does this get taken? 2v4. It'd have to be heroics. It'd have to be massive, and it just can't be done.
What? These are nice rounds from C9.
They're
They
just
look
so damn
look
regimented.
really good. Really
Very
good in these
well
last 3
done.
rounds.
They
Curious,
look
thank you so
clean
much,
on these
mate.
retake attempts. Like, they have very clear ideas of what they want to be doing. They're putting the pressure down together, always coordinated, very
Thank you so
disciplined.
much, Curious.
They don't
Appreciate it.
give
3 months in the
peeks.
stock club.
They only play when they know that Sentinels are going to be distracted.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
It's looking extremely regimented from Cloud9 here. And Sentinels are going to take a tactical timeout.
Gamasian
Sen
as
are
well.
really getting stalled out. These hits
What
are coming
sound do
through
they make?
with
Come on.
15 seconds on the clock, 20 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
And Sen just
Owns
can't break through. One
M4
of
as
the big
well. Thank you
reasons
so
is,
much
again,
with the
that
Prime,
neon.
dude. Appreciate it.
The
6
neon
months
in
in
the
the slug
mid-round
club.
is denying them so much info. Sorry, so much space on the map.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate all
normally
the support.
you see teams are capable of being able to get back into A.
Okay,
A has
they
essentially
time
been
out,
shut
and
down
they're
here
definitely
by
going to be talking
Cloud9.
about getting over towards A
And that's
because they
because
haven't
they're willing
really
to
had A
fight it
control
with
for a
the
while.
Trailblazers.
We saw Marv, he got
Using it
locked
not as
down
an
on the
information tool,
4th
but as a
round,
tool to deny space
right,
for
where he got
Sentinels.
killed.
And they're using
And then
the
ever
neon
since then, they
stuns
haven't
to
had
do
A
the same
control,
thing,
so
to
they
deny
really
that.
want to try and get over
A
towards
site,
A.
and then
I mean, they're
So
very
I
efficient.
imagine
wraps
that's what
around.
this is. And then
GP's
there's like 2
utility
approaches.
as soon
You
as
either do a C and B
one
default,
larger piece
or
comes out from Sentinels.
you literally go
Yeah,
at A
Trailblazers
early.
try and
So it's
re-clear-
either C or B
re-clear, take
default,
the
and then
main
they go
position.
outside
You just send
and
that one
they
stun,
take
goes
A, or
flying,
they're gonna do
and it
this
stuns
because
the
there is just
entire
no
push.
pressure here, which means that the
So for
rotate's going to be
Sentinels,
super
Kaplan
strong.
is a very macro-oriented coach. That's what the players have
So
been
we'll
talking
see.
about recently in multiple interviews. I think an adjustment here would be to fight heavily.
They're also
into
going
A main.
kind of
If
slow.
you fight A heavy at the beginning of these rounds, maybe you get stunned and you all die, but I think you should be able to get Def past that choke point
C9
with a
looking like they're
teleport.
expecting this as well. We're going to have stun.
Yeah, and try and fight over it. Instead, though, it looks like a very similar
Okay,
kind
flash
of
stun
setup
over
to
towards
start
the
this
beginning.
early
Yeah,
round
so I reckon
from
CB
Sentinels.
default, and then they probably
But
go
look at
out
that.
late.
Instantly, Leaf just sends one stun into the A choke point, and he's wrapping all the way around to C.
It's a benefit that you
So
can
yeah, they
have
go
with
get the
neon.
orb over
Faster
towards C.
rotations.
It's crazy,
Pressure
actually,
on
the
B in
value
terms of
that
the alarm
Futurists
vault
can
waiting
get
for
from
the
it, or Foot, I should
peak.
say,
They might
sorry,
go get orb, we'll
over in
see.
EMEA.
Yeah.
And no one else apart from
Yeah,
them and
and just
Cloud9 are
late
playing the
take
neon
now.
on this map, really.
Even though it seems really quite effective.
So yeah, this makes a lot of sense because they never really create the question mark here,
gonna be that
or at least
replay.
in the past 2 rounds that we've seen.
Maybe not all of it, though. Could be the backside of Ruins. Of course, we know that nobody's there. And Sen move forwards.
Yeah, they've managed to get in through A here, so already a very different dynamic in the round.
But
C9 are doing a great
they're
job
gonna
of
be
mixing
meeting
up their
the
Killjoy.
setup. Zelsis has moved and shifted it over. It's been on B for most of these rounds, and it's been chewing up Sentinels every time they try and attack. And now it might be another thorn in their sides if they want to
Holding
try and go
heavy,
for
this
this
is a
one.
nice
Here's the
crossfire.
util. Popped off. Delays, denies any of them from being able to move up and take that space. Paranoia. Nade clearing out to the middle section, but Leaf still off to the side here. There was that nade up towards his feet, but now he's being really
Killjoy,
pressured
they're gonna
hard.
pivot
The
into B.
lockdown pushing him
Rooney?
back, and it's a pivot, yet Rooney, he holds his ground and holds
Damn,
it down.
C9 are really on top of them, by the
Convergence
way.
on his position, just into the connector,
Area's clear.
but still they will not get any further into the B site, and the spike is in such an awful spot. 15 seconds left in a 2v4. Just got to save. Got to back away, got to try and keep these
10
rifles.
seconds
Yeah.
left.
2-9 loss bonus on top of all of this,
Might still be
so
a
low
taken,
buy's
they
not
know
going to be
what
great.
def is.
They want to try save a gun.
His position's noted, and he is
Okay.
taken out.
Yeah, another huge
They
round,
could be
4 in a
very
row
happy about that
on the
one.
defense as
The
well.
read is
Low buy
perfect.
coming
You
in.
called it out exactly, Brett.
And,
the Killjoy
I
setup
mean,
had
maybe they
rotated.
just try and
They were
force
giving
their way
them
out of A.
access to A. knowing that that would be
The thing is, they had a lot of success over towards B.
Just melted them with the Killjoy utility. It's not so much,
but they still want to at least have pressure here. Because at the moment, like if we use that round as an example, we had 3 people here, right? 1, 2, and then 3.
Still good as well that pushed them away. And then they read the pivot into B.
So C9 have been pretty good at just reading where to stack the numbers.
Bear in mind, by the way, that this is the most attacking-sided map that we have in the entire rotation.
Yeah.
For Cloud9 to be putting up 4 already in the first 7, this is an amazing start on Sentinel's
It's
map.
already a good half.
I don't think at the beginning. Heard the alarm bot, doesn't know where. Zekin decided to get his orb into this round, so that's all. Again, doing that means that he wants to use it into this round. They're not planning ahead, because obviously you would have a, if you're planning ahead, you put it on Pancada because you're going to get the death no matter what. Death or a kill.
It's going to be a wonderful start.
Wanting to use it into this round.
Grab that 5th round on the board as well for the defensive side when you consider that Sentinels aren't working with much at all. Scraps, basically, the Sheriffs, but even with scraps, sometimes you see the magic being performed. Just takes a couple of shots to be landed.
And it
Flash goes over, they get info, and with that info,
Sentinels have been in these planting situations.
We might have another round where they have 3 people in the right side.
Every time, and yet Marv has not been able to use his Viper's Pit in post.
Same utility to clear forwards here. Def actually the one TPing.
Yeah, all 3 of them lock onto people close.
Fund up though onto the corner now, showstopper. It's all being utilized to try and push them back.
Ooh.
Okay, 1 shot landed, rocket flies forward. No kills to be claimed, yet Zephyr still holding it.
Damn,
16 health and a dream, and guess what? Made manifest. Still alive, holding it. No one able to push past this one. Flash connects.
Really strong.
Still 4 in the round.
Don't know how he didn't get traded there, but
building up to the Seekers yet
respect.
And the smile on MCE's face says it all. The game plan is just working perfectly.
I mean, yeah, they've had last 3 rounds, they've had 3 on the right side each time.
Whenever they get into a post-plant spot, they're always not favored. C9 have grabbed the kill early, or they've slowed them down.
They're not
got set up for
creating pressure anyway.
It's just been devastating.
Ever since Marv did that lack on the
A side of things here.
on the Thrifty, where he got killed with the Sheriff, it's like he doesn't want to do it again. Maybe he's overthinking it a bit.
And allow them entry to A.
Or maybe the call is for him to go with the group, I'm not sure at the moment, but I think he needs to do his own thing for a little bit.
Zekin used his
So I like this.
round. So they don't have that showstopper to get in onto C and create space for the pit to go down. I'm really wondering when Marv is going to get a chance to use this pit. He's playing the lurk, committing over to the A site a lot, and he's not there early with the rest of his team, or at least not in a comfortable post-plant spot.
Okay, this might work. This is looking like a bit of a fake. When are we going to flash over?
Put early pressure rubble, rotates to C in the mid-round at the minute
When does he
mark.
get a second flash? Flash goes
with
over now. That
A.
hits. Is that now the cue to stack over towards A? Yes, it is.
Retakes. The game plan just looks great from C9.
So yeah, they probably got a short window now of like 15 seconds maybe before he does it again.
Ticking down, whittling away. The alarm bot's going to be spotting one of the players moving close. That's Marv, so alerted now to the presence.
Yeah, flash goes in now. Pretty much 15 seconds. Okay, we gotta go.
Elsis is just to try and hold on for as long as he possibly can, and it won't be for much long at all. Viper's Pit in the hands of Marv here.
It's the nice one that he can stick over towards tree as well.
Yeah, he's only 20 health.
One shot
he can
will
stick
really
tree
bring down
though.
the entirety of this defense as they get into the post plan. Still Cloud9.
It's too good.
Look to coalesce themselves now, pushing forwards into the pit. Dropping down, Zekin holding one angle for it. Moving though, vulnerable there, and well, right
It's a
through
few
the
low
box.
HPs, but honestly,
Gliding.
should still be pretty hard to kill Marv.
K down, has to back away. The pit will be falling in just a moment. Where's the rest of his team to help him out here? Spamming every single corner of it. Pit's going to be falling any moment now. Spraying through. Ready to down. My God, just
my God.
loaded. He didn't know that Jake had already maneuvered his way to the side.
And the retake works once more for Cloud9.
How did they retake that?
Def even threatened to use his ult to reposition into their spawn, but they just couldn't hold on.
I feel the strain.
Oh man, that's crazy. Wait, what's going on?
Zekin got spammed. Cloud9 controlled every spot around the pit. And then after spamming and
He's
getting the player
changing their
advantage,
settings after they
swarm
died.
in together. The coordination looks brilliant from this squad. They look probably like one of the most disciplined teams in Americas. Oh, it's them and Leviathan, probably.
Which is just absurd. You consider where we began with this roster. You know, it was turbulent at best. That's how you describe it. Bringing in,
When they playing Pancada Omen,
Rooney and Jake.
I imagine
Obviously,
he wants to
experience
lurk
at
on the
tier 2 and
attack.
collegiate
I don't
level,
really know him
but,
as a
brought to the
player,
big
like
stage,
what he wants to
surrounded by
do.
a lot
But
of that
Killjoy will give him a
talent,
lot more
what they've been able to
freedom.
do
That's
has
the only
been
thing I can
nothing
think.
short of brilliant.
Like I think it's more
See that? Just
attack
little
side.
fight being taken.
He'll have a lot more
Walls go
freedom.
straight back up again, and they disengage, backing
But-
away.
I'm not sure.
And for all of the merits that we were giving Cloud9 on their ability to win ecos, and we did see one of those in round 4, it's been the
He
gun
doesn't want
rounds
to.
that have just been devastating for Sentinels. They haven't won one. They managed to win the pistol and then the bonus round, which, to be fair, was almost like for like in terms of the weaponry on board. And Marv has gotten off a very nice lurk here.
Yep.
Yeah, Marv's taking a real good timing. Honestly, it's so fine if Pancada goes down, because it fully sells. Yeah, they have no idea, Marv's here.
Marv knows that they're all
Okay,
retreating.
Leaf's too smart.
I
give up. He's too smart. This team can't
That's
lose.
ridiculous.
The way he peeks that angle, the way he takes that fight.
I can't believe that.
Fully fair.
He's too
I'm
smart.
amazed that he thinks
It's
Marv could be in
ridiculous.
that spot. But it is Marv. And now in the 2v5, it is very sad signs for Sentinels.
10 seconds left.
Remember, Cloud9 have dominated every other North American team that we've got. Sentinels, sure, Sassy and Pancada are on the squad, but it doesn't look like it's going to be able to save them here.
Another save.
Not even able to keep those
Mate.
guns.
C9 just look insane.
This is a nightmare.
And now this
On the
demonstrates
attack
that
side,
their map pool is just bonkers.
It's all over the place, but in terms of the strengths of it, it's absurd.
they got to go
crazy.
B again, right? They were
Cloud9
getting
looked
into the
amazing on
site.
Ascent, and Cloud9 got rid of Ascent to go to Haven as map 3. What does that tell you? If we can even get to a third
Blonsky,
map,
thank you so much,
Cloud9 might
Blonsky,
have
appreciate you.
something monstrous cooked up there after their loss
5
to
months.
NRG. And then they also look incredible on Pearl, a map that they decided to get rid of because Sen also looked good there. They look great on Split too.
Cloud9 team making resounding waves, knocking at the door of every single North American team. One final opponent left if they really want to try and claim the top spot amongst the North American teams. That's Sentinels here. So far, so good. 7-3, still controlling. You peek your head out that angle towards A, see if you can.
They make the neon
get a
look really
freebie
good
as
on
well
this
just
map.
by taking
There's a
someone's
few
head
teams
off.
that make neon look really good on
Not
this map.
likely, and Zelsis inside of the smoke watch 4 has the util as well. Zatara sees that one, wants to take the fight. Drop down to 20 health though, has to respect it. Meanwhile, a lot of pressure being applied. That's Steph.
Oh, okay, finally Leaf gets taken out. His reign of terror potentially
Yeah.
gone
Still
just for a
managing to get over
moment.
towards the B site.
And Sentinels get into a post plant.
I'm not
but
saying that
once more, it's
Pancada
not a
should all,
favoured one.
but
Not a favored
this is one of their
Players
better rounds.
Weakened. Seekers now to try and give them that information. Fight needs to be taken
He
by
might
Marv.
ult.
The Guardian.
Destroyed.
Yeah,
Tapped
you
out with
got
a
ult
rifle.
here.
You should
Time
run.
pressure.
Now picked up
12
that angle. The
seconds.
fuse starts to come
They gotta
through,
stop
but the
Jake.
lockdown in play. Half under the fuse, sticking it all the way. Angles are being watched for.
But they didn't
The
hear
call's been made, they're just stacking it.
They didn't hear it. I don't think. Actually, I don't know. There's a lot of pings here.
Last round
Smiles
in
on
the
their
half.
face. I mean, it's just
There's a lot of
disbelief.
pings. Maybe they did hear it.
Sen didn't have the weaponry to be able to swing there, and we're just hoping that Cloud9 would not go for it, would not fully stick. And Marv's not in a spot where he can defend the spike.
Yeah, I'm
This
seeing all
is
the pings,
absolute domination.
and I think these
And
guys
Leaf
were
is just
spamming.
controlling the whole game.
from
the
here.
game plan is
So,
excellent
yeah,
for Cloud9.
not a
but
great
Leaf's
plan for
ability
it.
to be in the right place at the right time, perfectly reading where Sentinels want to go on the map, and
C9
denying
are
them
all over them.
constantly. It's just
Whoever
ridiculous.
dead
Yeah,
code that they
before
had,
the
Killjoy
Look
ult did
at
great.
this paranoia flash over
Maybe
the
it was
top
someone
as
that
well,
was
just
alive, but
afforded. Now
whoever
Sentinels
code they had Killjoy ult did is
investing
fantastic.
heavily into try and push this one back, but Zelsis, oh, he might have done his homework. That's a ping in the common position where people are usually going to be trailblazing and standing still.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there it is. Oh my
1
goodness.
HP.
Marv has dropped to 1 health.
Actual 1.
1 HP before the heal comes through.
Yep. It's going to be top back up to 100, but it's also a little bit unlucky not to claim a kill there, but you can see it at play. They knew the orb was going to be played for. It was pinged out.
Dog goes in, clears a little bit of close.
If it gets down to a low amount of time, Rooney's just going to use his pit preemptively.
Oh, they're scared that they're scared they're here.
Sentinels need to hurry up. The Trailblazer comes towards B.
Dog goes in. Yeah, they.
Dude,
look how good they are at just clearing areas, whether it's Sky or whether it's with bodies.
And here comes Rooney. The time is low enough now that he just feels happy committing it.
And this is an absolute chokehold.
And then they just smoke this off. Damn, they look so good at the moment.
C9. But they're being funneled
30
right
seconds
into the B
left.
site. Zelsa's perfectly willing to let them in here. Confidence in their retakes for the rest of his team. Because the position's noted. Look at this from Leaf as well.
Have all the time
way
been
through
getting over
main.
towards B.
The extra element. But with a
Oh,
Viper
this
pit
might be a
in
little
play
bit
now,
half
this is
door.
where things do get a little bit more tricky. Kill found as well towards Heaven. That's Pancada. Winning his fight, but Marv low
30
enough that a
HP.
single bullet again will bring him down. As soon as he's down,
Leaf is well smart, man.
So does the pit.
He just
Flash.
literally looked at the
Not
ult
finding
and
anything.
was just like, where would I go?
Taken.
On top of the
Swinging all the way
box.
through. Sassy does well to get two, but left up to Pancada. Tap down to the one-on-one, sticking it through Rooney. Smoke covering him all the way. Pro's
Oh god,
not
it's
making
close.
it the slightest, and that's 9-3.
Oh my god. 9 in a row.
Absolutely impeccable
9 in a
stuff.
row on the defense side of
$1.50
Lotus.
and heartbreak there.
Yo, Soulcast.
Ridiculous
Dom, hope you're doing
situation.
alright, mate. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the raid, man.
Running
Hope stream was
away
good.
with
Appreciate the raid, dude.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, fully in control of this.
Try to
half.
get some
9
slug
to
approves
3
in
being it,
for
but
the
we're gonna send
Soulcast
out a
raid.
GB with a special guest, one of the finest competitors in all the land.
Damn, 9-3 half.
Thank you so much, fellas. I am here joined by someone you may know him as the GOAT or one of the 5 gods, one of the greatest Fox players of all time, or just a championship Melee player. Ladies and gentlemen of Riot Games Arena, make some noise for Mango, the legend himself, here today. Now, Mango, quick question. C9's looking pretty good right now, Papa. They're crushing the game. I know that you're the 6th man. As the 6th man, what are you telling the team right now as we go into the next half?
They look good. I mean, they didn't fake twice in a row. I feel like they're all smiling. I feel like when the whole team is smiling, that's just a vibe that, like, you just know it's going well.
Yeah, it really does help out. Now, quick question for you: how has it been in this experience in the Riot Games Arena? Because it's very different. Obviously, Smash events always played in like big convention centers and stuff like that. But to come into the studio, how's that been?
So Riot brought me a burger, which is more than Nintendo's ever done for me. So I've been here for 10 seconds, so I'm loving it, man. It's really cool vibe. It's been great, yeah.
Hey, you can't hate that. I have no follow-up to that question. So now, as we get ready for this, I want you to help us out at home. And why don't you tell us how Cloud9 are going to win?
The sad thing is he's
this
probably
game,
telling the
but
truth.
using Smash terms only. Go.
They will force stock them.
They will force
Yes.
some edge guarding,
A little edge guarding.
Yeah. Couple up smashes.
This is like too corny for me. I don't know how to translate it all.
I asked him to do that. And I was like, prepare something, and he looks at me and goes, yeah, I guess so. It was an attempt, and an attempt was made. My friend, I want to thank you so much for joining us here. Obviously, you're rooting for Cloud9, but where can people find you next?
Twitch.tv/Mango. I've been playing a bunch of Valorant. Went 1-1 in my premier games. Gonna try and make playoffs. See how that goes.
All right, Mango, appreciate you, brother.
Cheers,
Thank you so much. Shout out to Mango's chat. Shout out to everyone in here. Let's send it back over to Brendan Sideshow.
Icoman,
Lovely
thank you so much,
yeah,
dude.
incredibly relatable
With the
burger
Prime,
as
thank
well.
you,
know,
Icoman.
Josh, me and you coming from TF2. Fully
2
aware of
months
that
in the
one.
Slug Club. Appreciate the
I mean,
support,
also
dude.
relatable with the 1-on-1.
The one-on-one in Premier.
shout
I don't
out-
want to talk about it. I was losing sleep last night. but-
Exactly. So that previous half that we just watched ended with ended with a stick on the spike.
Yeah.
Diffusing it there. Rooney taking down Marv. And also, that entire first half, Zekken went 0-5 on first kills. Died 5 times out of 12 at the beginning of the rounds, and most of those to Leaf.
Poor dude.
So nothing really going Sen's way.
I mean, Leaf just absolutely controlling the game.
Now you're on one of the more difficult sides of the map as well. Lotus so far proving to be very attacker-sided. Alarm bot's broken, it was spotted out. Orb into the side, Pancada.
I mean, he's
Back
just
of his
tanking
line,
it.
holding his ground
He's
here.
down
But
to just tank it.
potential was there for a little peek, but now the angles are watched for. Nana Swarm's dropped down, and his post plant set up by Cloud9 is so damn good. Already putting the pressure, and the heat turned up. Off to the side, smoking away. Leaf doesn't overstep his boundaries. He backs
Oh,
away
boy.
almost immediately. He's done his job with the kill found. Nade as well, going to be clearing him out all the way, but look at how fast he's ducking, weaving, bobbing, juking his way past all this utility, up close into the smoke. Pancada wins his one. Still the trade is there, sticking it. Not to halfway though. To get off of it now. Positions noted for Rooney. Do they have the util to really deny this one? I believe the Nana's one cleared. Right clicks down.
It's a nightmare to win.
The second, a tap onto it. Was hoping for a wider
It's an
swing, but
absolute
no one's giving
nightmare.
him any ground or space whatsoever.
Nice pistol from them.
And with the pistol round one, this map
So,
is
still
all but
1-1
sealed
in
up,
terms
just
of
missing a
pistols.
pretty bow tie.
Yeah, this is.
Damn, they got
This is
3 rounds on
complete
their
dominance.
attack and they won pistol as
Absolute
well. That's
dominance.
so
The game plan is
devastating,
working
isn't
to
it?
perfection. Cloud9's post-plant
This
positions
is crazy
are
dominant.
so disciplined in that spot. And even when some of them fall, even with only those 2 players left alive, they're disciplined to just peek the spike, make sure there's nobody on it, and only commit to fights when they need to. It just seals it up for them, despite the player disadvantage.
Jeez.
Sentinels came out here with a pick on Lotus. They tried it before against NRG too. It has not worked. It has not worked.
In terms of how they're approaching this one, just everyone get your guns, everyone get your armor. Just making sure they can win this and then whatever happens in the bonus. Not trying to plan ahead too much.
Yeah, and also
C9
not
have
just
been a
that, but
team, when they
trying
lose
to get
people
some
on
confidence
this
back
round,
into your players.
next
I'm
round
thinking
they buy
specifically
rifles.
Second here,
The people
because
that
the
die.
fact of
I'm interested
him
to
being
see if they do it
0-5,
again.
And it's not 0-5 because Zeken's playing
I don't think they
a
need to take that
it's
risk
because
on
they're
this
getting
one.
completely read by Cloud9, shut down
But
every time they want to go into a
we'll see.
choke.
I'm not even sure if it is a
He's
risk
never
anymore,
taken
because
a
no one
fatal
actually
fight.
hunts for guns.
You still might expect him to win 1 or 2, but 0-5, and heading into the next map, he's going to be taking the Raze head-to-head against Zeppa. So, you need to get some confidence into it.
Calls made to take the fight here. 2 flashes committed. There was another one at play to help Zelsis out because Zeppa has got his teammates back. Denying all of that one. And I mean, just
And
they
another
read the
first
play.
death. Yeah, another first death where they read the play, Zeken's first in, and they shut him down. It's bad weaponry, again, obviously. I'm not talking about it in terms of it being his fault, but I do think
30 seconds
the
left.
like mental damage might be coming through now for the next map. You still need Sentinels
on
to
top of
believe that
all
they
these
can win this
timings.
on Fracture and Haven.
It's about getting as many rounds as possible under your belt because this one's just.
I mean, it's fine
locked
to talk
up
about it as
here.
fast kills, they're just
Could be
not
that
trading or
11th
anything,
round.
right?
Economy's good. Pancada just hoping
I think
to
it's
do as much
more
damage
just
as
how good
possible
C9
here.
have been at
Right
just
click, taking away a
having
couple of the
everyone there
pieces of the armor, bits and pieces,
in
nevertheless.
the
but
right in the right
kill
site and just stopping the initial hit.
Just look phenomenal on this map, and it's not just here. Like I said
Leaf's
earlier,
the
map
most
pool looks
versatile and
fantastic.
valuable player in NA. He's fast
Their
becoming
Fracture's
one of
been
my
good in the
favorite
past
players.
too. The Haven pick,
He's
it
fast
is a
becoming
surprise,
like
but I really hope we go to
easy
3 just
top
so that
5
I can
right now.
see what Cloud9 have got cooked up there. At the moment, this team is one of the most delightful to watch.
Yeah,
Super disciplined, always coming up with new ideas and executing it to perfection.
it's just outstanding what they managed to achieve as well. Expectations at the beginning of the season were low, given the changes they ended up making back and forth, obviously. I'm going to bring in Rooney and Jake with not much experience at all, but they've shored up those defenses.
That's
Still,
a nice
fast play.
I like that molly.
Pushing
That molly's
deep
actually
into
nice.
C. Pancada
Chat, was the
gets
molly
first kill,
literally
backing
here
away
on
now.
like
Bit
the
of
edge of the
spam
plant
angle.
spot? That's
They're
a good
holding
idea.
in the hands of Marv. He's waiting for this plant to come down in a common enough position, but Cloud9, look at
That's
that
cool.
discipline. Again, they waste it out. They don't rush into things. They get the first pick, but are perfectly happy to slow this down and wait for the cooldowns once more. Ball coming up. Swing from Jake as well. Takes the fight, but there's a trade almost immediately there, yet still. Backup finally arriving with the gun advantage that they've got in their hands. Flash, Sassy dodges, and Sassy contains.
Okay. This is the big round.
Nice round from Sentinels. They're able
This
to
is the big.
control
Wait,
it,
did they do?
and they get that
Okay, no.
first pick onto Leaf.
I mean, kind of.
Finally taking him out.
One of them
the
bought
action.
too much.
And Leaf did invest in that round. He bought.
Is anyone going to take a damn respect?
Actually,
Zelsis respect.
Just using the
Yeah,
stinger.
Leaf didn't have the
Very
money for this
selfless
one.
behavior.
Zelsis
I
just
can
goes, do you know what?
appreciate
I mean, he's frying right now.
Yeah.
You take the gun.
Invest the resources. So what worked well for
Someone's
Sal,
gotta do the
same in
vanity
that
now he's no
previous
longer
round,
here.
is This early A pressure, take control of that extremity, but
Well, and that's what happens when he has it.
Now with that first kill, there's no time wasted. Popping all the way through. Kind of holding very far back as well. Has one Nano Swarm in a common plan position, so that's going to be
We'll give that
time, but it's still planted.
we'll give it Zelstis an assist for that one.
Still not a bad plant spot though. They can play the post-plant lineup.
Yeah, it's a good plant spot. People are starting to use that a lot more. Like that he turns into the wall again, so less place to defuse.
Leaf doesn't have the crosshair placement. So fight one. Clearing up some of the Nano Swarms, the one popped off, and his post-plant can still be played.
Def, it's a smoke.
Position.
Okay.
How do you win this one, Def?
They can at least duel in front of it.
Still. Seeing it now, the Viper Orb, as well as that, a bit of spam at battle back and forth.
Oh, God. It's like a Pearl game.
It does feel like a coin flip at best, but time is running so damn short. Crosser placement was good. Spike ticking down, though. You don't have that luxury anymore. Can't play it. Have to back away. Have to save.
Damn, they were in control the whole time.
On that map point.
What's the money like?
And we sing the praise of this Cloud9 team.
They save 2 guns and they have enough to buy here.
Being surprised as well. I mean, they've
Wow.
weathered the storm early
8 chances.
They found their footing with this roster. The map pool is looking fleshed out. Looking like a real contender.
Yeah, it's so interesting comparing the narratives of these two teams because, like we mentioned earlier, both of these squads were expected to be super teams at the start of 2023, and they were forced for different reasons to pivot, to make roster changes.
Is it Sentinel's map pick?
And kind of
Yeah.
start from
Yeah, it is.
square one again. But Cloud9 had that shift a
First
while
time out, no,
back,
they used one earlier.
and the improvements that they've made,
Like
since
3-3
being
maybe,
forced to make those
around there.
shifts and add Jake and Rooney to the team, they've improved astronomically. That even their first showings were good, but now they're at a spot where they're genuinely one of the top teams in VCT Americas.
Vanity
They're
or
taking
Rooney,
down big
it's like,
squads.
do you know what?
They're
It's so hard for us
dismantling teams like
to
Sentinels
know.
here on Lotus.
It's so
And it
hard for us
feels
to
like
just
they have a real
judge
shot at
IGLs.
having
It's very
that
similar
top
to like
2
coaches.
seed.
You never really know how good
Remember,
a coach is.
top 2 seed means that you
Again,
only need
MC,
to win
we can
one
tell
game
2
in
teams
playoffs, and
brings
you are
in
through to Tokyo.
young up and comers.
That is
Obviously very very good.
monumental.
It's a big
So
deal.
we can tell he's
For
good.
Jake to go from collegiate to Tokyo in
But
one split,
unless you have like
would
stuff like
be
that where they take in 2 teams,
crazy, but
you're not really
that's
going to
where
know.
we're at
Kind of
with this
similar
squad.
with
That's the
IGLs.
level
Unless
of
they kind of move into
everything
another
that they're
team and do really good in that other team, kind of
just
don't know.
You asked for that sentence as well at the beginning of the
That's the
split.
issue. We can only really guess
You're
so
kidding
much.
me, but well, one step away from securing up the first map. This was Sentinel's map pick as well onto Lotus. A bit of a gamble that hasn't quite played off. Whereas the weaknesses in Cloud9's map pool yet to really be discovered.
Scouting IGLs harder than scouting other players.
So it might come down to this.
Probably
Big
takes
flash now
more-
over towards the A side. Nade
probably
around the
takes
back
more,
corner as well, moving backwards and forwards. Leaf still
That is
claiming
so
2
bad.
off to the side. Dev still on a high
Maybe.
ground position. He's only gonna
Takes
get
more
2
time,
before
right? Because you have to give them
eventually
trial
brought
periods
down.
for longer.
and there's the advantage that Sentinels could just never find on their attack half. The brawl that happens, usually favoring the attackers, Marv, forced to make a play with a player disadvantage.
Yeah, drops
You should
down.
run.
He's noted. They're going to be able to hear that one. Lockdown in play as well. And now there has to be an increase of the tempo. The pace brought up
Yeah,
a
you
tad,
gotta
but
go
no
all the way back.
respect to be shown. Backing away from the ultimate. You're
Oh,
going to
boss.
get the tape. Magana. Oh, no. And now that spike timer ticking away. It's agony. It's going to be brutal. And what much more can you do? The post-plant setup, playing safe, all the way back, spam angles with the Odin.
He's got a spam angle on it as well with the Odin. Damn, what an insane 0-3 to 13-4. That is
In an
sickening.
absolutely dominating fashion.
Yeah, that is
Crushing defeat to
crazy.
Sentinels that looks like it's inflicted psychic damage. I mean, the end of that